It's not every day you and I have the opportunity to talk with someone who works closely with tigers, but today is that day. Telena from Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium is with us. Welcome to Spirit 105.3. Girl, we hear there's a new tiger in town.
There is.
Tell us all about this guy. We're just thrilled to hear this news.
Yeah, so we have received a male tiger. He's about 11 years old, and he came to us from the Topeka Zoo. And he's been here for a little over a month now and is settling in with our girls that we have very nicely.
Oh, I'm so glad. So they like each other so far. There might be a little love connection happening.
That's our hope. So he was sent to us as part of our species survival plan recommendation to breed with either one of the two girls that we have.
I love how you're doing your part to get these tigers off the endangered species list. How do you say your tiger's name?
Sanjeev.
Sanjeev. So tell us about Sanjeev's personality. What's he like?
Yeah, so he has shown himself to be very interested in training and interacting with the keepers. He actually has a very gentle personality when it comes to feeding and just kind of the interaction that he's having with the staff that are down there. And he has really settled in nicely to a lot of the exhibit spaces because it's very different from where he's from.
Okay, do you ever actually interact with Sanjeev?
Yeah. Most of the interaction that we have with him has to do with our training program, and so we usually are feeding him at that time. But there's also other interactions where we'll do behavioral observations and be kind of up close to him at that time as well.
What is it like? I mean, not many of us on this planet are ever going to be in close proximity to a tiger. What does it feel like, and how did you get over that fear initially?
You know, it was never, for me at least, a fear so much as it was a respect. I will say that initially it is quite intimidating because they are a large predator, and those animals are still wild. Even if it's in a zoo, he still has all of his wild tendencies. And so a lot of it had to do with really watching their behavior, being able to anticipate, oh, he moved this ear this little way, and that means this. And so it's really, for me, was just time in and watching them and building those relationships so that they felt comfortable with me as well.
How soon do you feel like you're friends with the tiger or that you have that relationship?
I honestly feel like it really depends on the person and the cat. So some cats are a little bit more comfortable with people from the beginning or based on their upbringing. We have one cat who is hand raised, and she, in general, is more accepting of people. But we have other cats that are just a little bit more nervous about it or have specific quirks that they do or don't like, such as hair color.
Oh!
So, yeah. So sometimes we have to get around those things.
Amazing. Now, did you grow up just fascinated by animals and tigers? Was this always your dream?
Honestly, it was. Yeah, I grew up in the area, and I've been here at the zoo since I was 18 years old and started as a volunteer. And I just have always loved animals and the way that they move about their environments. And I just feel like people have a special connection to animals.
That's incredible. What do you say to a kid who's listening right now and who has a dream in their heart? They want to be a zookeeper, work at a zoo. What advice would you give them?
My advice would be to hold on to your passion and stay ambitious and really just continue to try. It's a really difficult field sometimes to get into because a lot of people want to get into it. But if you continue to try and just keep going for it, you'll eventually get there.
Oh, I think that's wonderful. Telena from Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium, please give Sanjeev a hug for us or whatever you do to show affection and love.
We definitely will. Thank you so much for all that love.